Tabletop News is going to the ballet this week.
And we're doing the time warp.
Again?
Plus, I got to do a little taste test with Matthew Lillard of his new D&D themed whiskey.
And a chat with the voice actors, now actual play performers from Baldur's Gate 3.
All that and more on your official stop for all things tabletop. I'm Gisela Blugant.
And I'm Xander Jeanneret.
And this is Tabletop News. Let's roll.
The new Rocky Horror board game is a science fiction double feature.
University Games is releasing a board game version of the film in honor of the cult classic's 50th anniversary. Oh, I feel old. Players will choose one of 6 iconic characters to build alliances and escape the castle.
Ooh, I call Frankenfurter.
Oh, then I'll be the other one. According to the press release, players will rock to song lines, laugh with charades, and do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right.
Are you just gonna make Rocky Horror references the rest of the show?
Maybe. You'll just have to watch to find out.
Oh, I'm shivering with anticipation.
Say it. Say it. Say it. With Halloween upon us, we wanted to give you a treat. Creepy, crawly horror games.
Starting off with the scariest. The Night Cage by Smirk and Dagger is a horror co-op game. Armed with only a candle, players move their way through, and I quote, an otherworldly labyrinth of eternal darkness.
All right, we've all been to Hot Topic.
Our next game is The Shivers, a pop-up mystery adventure for most ages.
Keyword.
Most.
Blending light roleplay and puzzle solving, The Shivers is the first creation of Pop Fiction Games. The family-owned indie publisher currently has a Kickstarter open for their Shivers expansion pack.
The last on our list is Gloom by Atlas Games. Every session of this classic card game tells a different story. With transparent cards, you tell the trials and tribulations of an eccentric family.
You mean the creepy and the kooky?
They're all together, ookie. Up next, I had the incredible opportunity to chat with actor and tabletop game enthusiast Matthew Lillard about his new D&D themed whiskey on the debut of our tasty new segment, Snack Run. Today's Snack Run is brought to you by Eldritch Foundry. Craft unique, detailed tabletop miniatures using Eldritch Foundry's free web-driven character creator. Choose from 3D prints, downloadable STLs, or subscription options at eldritch-foundry.com. I am here with a bard amongst barbarians, Matthew Lillard.
Hi.
He is here to talk about whiskey.
So I built this company with my partners called Quest's End, and we build high-end whiskey experiences for the gaming and Dungeons and Dragons world. So we started bottling and we started shipping in November, but I had them send out a sample so you and I are gonna taste it on TV.
This is all I really wanted to do.
Here we go.
Here we go, cheers.
It's like 8 a.m. in Los Angeles. This is a blended whiskey. From Kentucky and Indianapolis. It's 100 proof. This is called Paladin, but you can taste like it's got a fire on the front of it, which speaks to the Paladin sort of fighting spirit.
Yes.
One of the cool things that we're doing is that each drop has a different flavor depending on the character that's in the bottle. So every single time we change the whiskey to sort of reflect the story and reflect the hero's journey on the palate for the drinker.
Now, what is the best way to enjoy this whiskey?
Well, Ali Ochoa, who's our master blender, this amazing rising star in the whiskey world, she says that there is no wrong way to drink whatever your spirit of choice is. So whether that's mixing it, whether that's on the rocks or neat, just enjoy it how you like it. Do your thing.
Excellent, here we go.
Are you? Oh my God. That's 100 proof. I'm gonna raise my pinky.
We're gonna.
And gently
I
swish
thought you
it in my
said there was
mouth.
no wrong way.
I mean, no, you did great.
What?
That was impressive.
Tell us about like the art and design about the bottle and how that came about.
You know, on the side of the bottle, there's a hit point counter.
Right.
So as you drink it down, you get stronger, not weaker. So
How many hit points did I just take in?
You're at max hit points now. There's a map of the world on the back of the bottle.
Fabulous.
Each drop comes with its own booklet
Yes.
that continues the story. The story is called Dawn of the Unbound Gods. And so across the entire run, we'll have this ongoing story of this paladin and her her crew. Here's to a great run.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Such
cheers.
high praise.
Oh, you can't. No. Okay, ready?
Do it. Look at you. Thank you so much.
Do you see the fire?
Where can we find it?
You can go to questandwhiskey.com. You can sign up for the mailing list, and you'll get notifications of what we're doing there, what we're doing next.
Wait, you got to do the whiskey drinking this morning?
Yeah,
Where's mine?
I drank it.
To see the extended interview with Matthew Lillard, head over to our YouTube channel.
And while one quest is ending, another one might be just beginning. Kobold Press has released their first version of their Black Flag role-playing reference document.
Black Flag Role-Playing is a 5e compatible rules system that is meant to be completely free and open. This document will allow third-party publishers to create games using the rule set.
Work on this project began in 2022, right before Wizards of the Coast attempted to change their own original game license for D&D back in January 2023. In response, several game companies came together to create the Open RPG Creative License, or ORC.
The Black Flag rule set is published under the ORC license, and Kobold Press plans to use this rule set for their upcoming role-playing game, Tales of the Valiant, releasing in early 2024.
Moving center stage, it's time to get classy with a trip to the ballet.
Ooh! Next week, Ballet Collective will host 3 performances of a piece based on designer Samantha Lee's card game, The World We Left Behind. The World We Left Behind is a 2-player world-building game of exploration, where characters take multiple trips to a deserted planet as they attempt to answer the question, what happened here?
I ask myself that question every day when I look at the ruins of Twitter.
The New York City-based collective commissioned the game as part of their 2023 season, The Moment is Imminent. During the design process, Lee worked in collaboration with composer Phong Tran and choreographer Troy Schumacher, who created the music and the choreography for the ballet.
Performances are scheduled for October 31st through November 2nd, with a free live stream of the final performance available for public viewing.
You can find the original version of The World We Left Behind for free at the link in our description. An updated version of the game is slated for release in 2024.
For now, let's head over to the latest and greatest in crowdfunding with our wallet's favorite segment, Fun Day!
Hello everyone and welcome to Fun Day! I'm Brianna DeCoster and today's the day we highlight the latest in tabletop crowdfunding. Fun Day is brought to you by Foreteller Games. Add professional audio narration, music, and sound effects to your favorite board games with Foreteller. For our first Fun Day project, some gorgeous new playing card decks are hitting Kickstarter. From Mystic Dragon Games comes a series of playing cards called Solterra, Convergence of Dragons. There are 4 separate decks, with each deck featuring gorgeous art of fantasy creatures such as tiefling, dwarves, and of course, dragons. You can never have too many dragons. Each deck also comes with original card games you can play at your table. Solterra Convergence of Dragons is live now on Kickstarter through November 10th. Our next project is the hardcover release of the tabletop RPG, Gubat Banwa. This project hosts an original Southeast Asian-inspired fantasy setting of martial arts and battle. Players take on the role of mythical warriors who solve their drama through intense sword fighting. The game promises tactical combat with an enemy system that allows for solo and group play. Gubat Banwa is live now on Kickstarter through November 9th. They had me at intense sword fighting. Our third Fun Day project is a new installment in Backwards, Regional Gothic Horror. Using the Backbone tabletop role-playing system, Backwards is creating a series of eerie, post-apocalyptic regional Gothic horror games from areas around the US. Already out are Backwater, based on New Orleans, and Backroads, based on St. Louis. Their 2 new dark and bizarre books are Back Channels, set in Florida, with everything from the swamps to the coastal lowcountry and Caribbean islands, and Backwoods, set in New England, full of Puritanism, witches, and devils. They work with cultural consultants for each book and hire writers from the regions being written about. Backwards Regional American Gothic Horrors is live now on Kickstarter through Friday, October 27th. That's tomorrow! Draw your 6-shooter and aim up for the stars with our final project, The Gun Belt by Geekster Games. In this tabletop RPG, alien and robot cowboys ride dinosaurs on a far-off planet called Hell. Players work together as a posse of Hellions to survive the harsh planet and the ruling mega corporation Levicorp. The Gun Belt is live now on Kickstarter through November 18th. That's it for this Fun Day! See you next time when we continue to highlight the latest in tabletop crowdfunding.
I wonder if they'll add ninjas on unicorns as a stretch goal.
Oh, one can only dream.
On to our next story. A free new virtual tabletop is hoping to make your DM's life easier and your online games more immersive. According to their launch announcement, Quest Portal aims to reduce the intimidation factor of virtual tabletops. Their small team in Iceland launched this project in hopes of bringing new players and GMs into tabletop gaming.
Game masters can create scenes with music and visuals, roll dice, and take notes publicly or in secret.
I see. Quest Portal uses AI technology for its GM assistant to search through your uploaded books and in its character avatar generator.
The use of AI in image generating software has been heavily criticized, to which Quest Portal had stated on their site that they are committed to transparency and therefore will publish clear policies and transparent insights into our systems here on the Quest Portal Journal.
Quest Portal is kicking off with full support for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. It will also contain system-agnostic character sheets and GM tools so you can run any TTRPG. New details on the Book of Many Things, a D&D supplement announced in August 2022. Now releasing on November 14th, the book will provide new player options, monsters, and lore related to the Deck of Many Things magic item.
WotC will also be releasing a physical Deck of Many Things alongside the book. The deck comes with both old and new cards for customizing your very own deck.
While we're on deck building, Magic the Gathering unveiled their designs for their upcoming Fallout expansion.
Ooh.
The cards are based off the popular post-apocalyptic RPG, including a whole deck built around the best boy, Dogmeat. The Fallout cards will head to retail on March 8th.
Finally, we've got multiverses upon multiverses with Magic's announcement that they are teaming up with Marvel.
The cards won't be available until 2025, but I'm already planning a deck around Doctor Strange.
Ooh, nice. We have our very own exclusive D&D content to share. The cast of Baldur's Gate 3 recently got together for a D&D actual play led by DM Mark Holmes. The actual play on High Rollers D&D YouTube channel currently sits at over 2 million views.
Katie Wilson chatted with them recently about their experience playing in the actual play and found out how they truly felt about the internet's favorite imp, Bing Bong.
Today's interview is brought to you by Noble Knight Games. They are the site to find the world's largest selection of games, including new releases, out of print, rare, and collectible items. Use promo code TTN10OFF for 10% off your next purchase at nobleknight.com. Devora, why did you kill Bing Bong?
Oh God.
Why did you do it?
Oh, get yourself away from the screen, Jennifer English. For shame. For shame.
I think we all just want to know what he did to you.
Bing Bong first. Hey, look, he's been giving it back to me, so he has it coming now at this point.
I love that Bing Bong's trolling.
Can I just say something? Right, Sam, can you speak up here? Because it's not just me that wanted to get rid of Bing Bong. Was it, Sam?
I mean, he's getting rid, and there's murder, isn't there?
I've been thrown under the bus. I stand by my choices and I regret nothing. # no justice for Bing Bong.
So how different is role-playing for an actual play than recording a voiceover?
Obviously, fundamentally, the difference is that you have a very well-crafted script, but you're playing the scenes, you're playing the moments with your character. Whereas, obviously, in role-playing, you're all collectively making the story in the present moment and you have no idea where it's going to go. And it's up to, obviously, a great dungeon master. We were very lucky with ours. High Rollers was amazing to help guide us towards the most fun we could have, depending on whatever choices we made collectively.
We got to combine a list of our characters that we all know and love with a bit of ourselves, right? Because I do not believe that Lae'zel and Shadowheart would ever volunteer to go on a shopping mission together, but Dev and Jen might.
If someone wanted to get into TTRPGs, D&D, tabletop gaming in general, what sort of advice would you give to them?
This is a team sport. Play it in a way that allows you to give other people opportunities to interact with you. Don't worry too much about doing accents or anything like that. Just play.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes at the end of the day, because it's a game and it's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be tense in any way. So just go out there, like Amelia said, have fun.
The character's more important than the system. Just worry about the role play and the character and the interplay, like everybody's saying, that collaborative storytelling.
Just yes and everything. So somebody offers something, just go with it. Even if it's not what you were expecting or had planned to do, I think just go, all right then, why not?
Catch the extended interview with the cast of Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow on our YouTube channel. Did you know viewers of the actual play are petitioning Larian to add Bing Bong to Baldur's Gate 3?
The power of viewers. And speaking of viewers, it's time for News from Your Table, where we share the news from your games.
This week's news from your table comes to us from William Boyles. They report their party was stuck on an island chain in the middle of a massive storm.
Oh.
They'd spent months solving puzzles, eventually learning there was a powerful witch behind the awful weather.
Oh.
During a scouting mission, the party found a mushroom the size of a tree connected to the witch.
I always say never trust a mushroom witch.
Do you?
Always.
Over the next month, the mushroom grew enough to blot out the sun. The party, sensing the witch's plan was drawing to its end, launched an attack.
As the battle began, the air filled with spores that would bring them under the witch's control.
Oh, no.
Arnok, the dragonborn warlock, decided he had no other choice. Arnok opened his mouth and let loose a brilliant, fiery roar.
Roar.
The explosion spread through the spores quickly, taking out the entirety of the island, including our heroes.
Oh no. Or at least that's what William told them. A chronomancer who had been watching their adventures plucked the party out of the explosion right before they died, starting them on a new campaign, working for him in other dimensions and a wider world of magic.
You know, sometimes I feel like Katie, our director, is watching us take us on adventures in other dimensions.
Yeah.
And that's the news from your table. We do this every week, so send us the news from your games using hashtag #NewsFromYourTable on the app formerly known as Twitter for a chance to be featured on our show.
That's it for the news this week. Thank you for watching Tabletop News, your official stop for all things tabletop.
Catch new episodes of Tabletop News Thursdays on YouTube. Don't forget to ring that bell, like, and subscribe.
Let us know in the comments which story was your favorite this week, and let us know what you want to see on the show. I'm Xander.
And I'm Giselle.
See you next week.
See you next week. We could have done that together.
Maybe. It's a choice. Stop now.